Thanks for that intro, Emily. Good morning to each of you. As Emily said, we're going to be focusing on AI today and how you can include it in your work and for clients. I'm here to give you my thoughts on OpenAI and where the company is going. They're the current leader in the field in most respects, and that is unlikely to change in 2024. It does mean, however, that you can think about and plan things a bit better, which is good because we'll be doing just that after I give you a very quick update with some content and extra background on the company. Before I get going, I should say that you're getting a sneak peek at the latest TBD Group product, Vox Futura, the world's first virtual avatar speaker bureau. It allows me to be in two places at once. Neat, no? I made this using a digital clone of my voice and a photorealistic representation of me. This is why you signed the NDA. I don't have time to go into the many benefits of Vox Futura now, but I am sure you have an idea of a lot of them. One big one is translation. I can now speak over 40 languages. Non è vero, Elio? Come stai oggi? Ho sentito che hai appena compiuto un compleanno. Molti felici ritorni. I thought I would give you this sneak peek because Vox Futura can be used with tools like ChatGPT and is only possible because of generative AI. The technology OpenAI is so famed for bringing to the masses. See if you can tell which sections use my actual voice and which use the digital clone voice. It will likely be a little more Aussie than normal as I had a cold when I made this avatar. Do me a favour and let me know what you think after the session. I am eager to hear what you think. Drop an email to me with your thoughts. Send it to Paul at thetbd.group. Okay, let's talk about OpenAI. I called this What Will Sam Altman Do Next? Because really, at this stage, OpenAI has one employee that matters, and that is Sam Altman. To explain why, we have to go back to November. Back in November of 2023, OpenAI's board unceremoniously voted to get rid of Sam Altman for reasons that remain unclear to this day. It was fast, unexpected, and at the same time excited and annoyed every journalist out there. The world thought OpenAI was doing nothing but AI and smiles. It turns out there were a lot of issues at the board level. The board voted. Sam was gone. The trouble was more than 90% of the staff wanted Sam to stay and said they would walk if he didn't come back. The plan had backfired spectacularly. The employees voted to stay with the moneymaker man. The board was young, inexperienced, and made several big errors, including annoying its biggest investor, Microsoft. Not a smart move at all. What the 2 weeks this all played out in showed was how important OpenAI is and had become. Apart from being a household name, the media world didn't know that all was not well behind closed doors. Sam came back as king at OpenAI after being offered a job at Microsoft. OpenAI proceeded to have a quiet end to the year while board seats were shuffled. Overall, the coup was a huge mistake that likely was to do with fundamental differences between making money and, not making money. OpenAI employees voted to make money, another indication that the company is less OpenAI and more open for your business AI. What has changed is a new Sam Altman is emerging, an emboldened one that has led to multiple homepage changes that focus on artificial general intelligence over simple AI. He's happy that the world is taking AI seriously, but now he's not pulling any punches. Overall, it's easy to see what sort of a year OpenAI will have because the cards have been on the table for a while. The big one is regulation, and both sides of the pond have done some fast thinking to ensure the field is competitive, but you can expect more in the ways of regulation in 2024. Equally, there will be improvements to existing products. OpenAI knows its tools are the most used, but they are not the only tools out there. Increasing competition and pressure from Google, Amazon, and the open source community will encroach on any lead OpenAI has. It'll also keep us all in the endless "we're better" cycle of AI improvements going on. We're already seeing lawsuits that OpenAI is going to have to deal with, one of the biggest being with the New York Times. The publisher is suing Microsoft and OpenAI for alleged copyright infringement related to their generative AI technologies. The New York Times alleges that both tech companies used its content without permission to develop products, including OpenAI's ChatGPT and Microsoft's Copilot. The NY Times claims that when a user inputs a paragraph of one of its articles into ChatGPT, ChatGPT spits out paragraph 2 verbatim. The New York Times argues that OpenAI's fair use argument, provisions that allow limited use of copyrighted material without permission, is invalid because AI tools can reproduce large portions of its news articles word for word. The suit claims that OpenAI and AI tools redirect traffic away from the New York Times website, resulting in lost advertising, licensing, and subscription revenue for the company. This is a precedent-setting case and will be watched closely around the world because the results are so seismic, as it's the foundations of how OpenAI has built its products. Which brings us to GPTs, or the tool OpenAI is releasing for others to create custom chat GPTs that can power chatbots and virtual assistants or AI agents if you're feeling techie. When these were announced, the tech elite lost their minds, and with good reason, GPTs are going to help and mess up a lot of worlds. But it's important to know they aren't perfect yet. The move is to make ChatGPT more custom, more nuanced, and more contextually relevant to the user, so you guessed it, they use it more and keep paying the monthly fee. It's happening soon. OpenAI is planning to launch its GPT store in early January. So what can these do? Well, you can see a few basic examples here, but currently the world is somewhat your oyster. You can create your own knowledge base and people can interrogate it. Great for internal comms. Or what about customer service? These could be extremely useful and save a lot of headcount. While custom GPTs built by OpenAI are available through the Explore tab of ChatGPT+, the store will soon let users share and monetize their GPTs. OpenAI has said it plans to figure out a way to pay GPT creators based on how much their AI agents on the store are used, but it is yet to release any more details about that plan, which you might say is putting the cart before the horse a bit. The power comes with OpenAI's ability to make these profitable for creators, so they stick around with OpenAI and don't wander into other competitors' camps. The store will likely be an ungodly mess when it launches, but expect the good stuff to rise to the top and developers to spam everyone ruthlessly with ads to force some to the top. I created a very simple one that interrogated 20 large trend reports that companies put out at the end of the year for fun. You can ask the assistant questions straight away, but I programmed, with no code by the way, just natural sentences, 10 questions to ask the user so they'd get a better result out of the tool. All in all, it took me about 30 minutes to create. I even made the tool create the user a bespoke image to use with the report. The results for both vary wildly depending on the industry being asked about the information provided by the user, but it all shows you a lot about how ChatGPT interrogates data and how you have to think about building tools like this. I highly recommend having a play around with it, but before Emily shoots me, do not use company data until you know what you can and can't share, just in case your settings aren't protecting the data. Ask Emily or IT if you are unsure. You can create your own knowledge base and customers can interrogate it. HR will use them to get rid of their boring bits. Or what about customer service? These could be extremely useful and save a lot of stress, and I think more than a few bosses are thinking headcount too. The power comes with OpenAI's ability to make these profitable for creators so they stick around with OpenAI and don't wander into competitor camps. While custom GPTs built by OpenAI are available through the Explore tab of ChatGPT+, the store will soon let users share and monetize their GPTs. OpenAI has said it plans to figure out a way to pay GPT creators based on how much their AI agents on the store are used, but it is yet to release any specific details about that plan. The store will likely be an ungodly mess when it launches, but expect the cream to rise to the top, and creators will spam everyone with ads to their rises to the top. Such is how these things launch, and the willingness for quick bucks to be made. Okay, before I give you the task for the morning, let's do a quick summary for OpenAI and look ahead to the rest of 2024 for the company. OpenAI is in a strong position going into 2024 despite their November issues. All eyes remain firmly on them, and they have some key milestones coming up they won't want to get wrong. In general, expect to hear OpenAI just as much as you did last year, just in a different context. There will be more refinement and a lot more experimentation. GPTs will be the talk of at least the first 2 quarters, with agencies and brands rushing to figure out how they fit into their business and strategies. The key is to focus on the job or jobs to be done and who the jobs are to be done for. Values rarely doesn't follow when these are done right. Beyond this, expect a more focused and aggressive towards AGI OpenAI. Sam Altman has effectively been given a green light to forge ahead fast and break things, and the smart money is on him doing just that. Finally, a small plug. If you want to know everything OpenAI is doing, sign up to the What Did OpenAI Do This Week? Substack. It's one of the top-selling ones and good value for peace of mind. Thousands of subscribers include execs from big brands like Pepsi and Unilever, along with US senators and politicians around the world. I think that's everything. Let me check one thing here. Yep, good to go. Okay, on to the task. It's pretty simple and a fun one. Come up with at least 5 lightly fleshed out ideas for GPTs for the agency, a client, or society. You're going to be asked to talk through one each, so add as much detail as possible, and afterwards you'll vote on which have merit, and then we'll make 3 of them live at the next session. This is a thought starter session, so no idea is a bad one. Keep the ideas flowing, draw connections, think about needs, and worry about possibilities later. Okay. Emily will now split you into teams and give you some more specifics. Come up with a team name. There's a prize for the best one. Those in the room get to work with a ton of sexy post-its. Everyone else, you've got the online hero board. Remember, this is a thought starter session, So there's no bad ideas. Keep the thoughts flowing, draw connections, think about needs and worry about possibilities later. Encourage each other. Start thinking about who you are creating for, what problems you are solving. Think about what you'll need to make it work. Think about elements that will make it stand out and how it will look when it is used. I forgot to say, but the grey box you get on ChatGPT is only one way these will be used. They'll be branded on websites and look inviting. Also, keep in mind, GPTs don't have to be useful. They can be fun too. The world needs more fun stuff. You have 1 hour. Okay, that's me done. I'll leave you to your GPT creating. I am looking forward to seeing the output and what you create. Go big. I'll leave up the 5 areas to focus your ideas on. Thanks for your attention, and I will see you at the training next time. Remember, this is a thought starter session, so no idea is a bad one. Keep the ideas flowing, draw connections, think about needs and worry about possibilities later. Encourage each other. Start thinking about who you are creating for, what problems you are solving. Think about what you'll need to make it work. Think about elements that will make it stand out and how it will look when it is used. I forgot to say, but the grey box you get on ChatGPT is only one way these will be used. They'll be branded on websites and look inviting. Also keep in mind, GPTs don't have to be useful. They can be fun too. The world needs more fun stuff too.